Oh, well hello there. Welcome to the Drumdums Top 10 Christmas Movies Special. Been looking forward to doing this with you guys. Settle in. Okay guys, I got my hot cocoa here. Make sure you go get yours. That way we can enjoy the hot cocoa together and the movie goodness. So anyway, these are Christmas movies that I personally have grown up with, movies that I love. I know I'm not gonna mention all the great Christmas movies out there. Some of them I haven't even seen. So anyway, like I said, this is my list, but I think you'll like a lot of these movies. Okay, number 10 is gonna be Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. I really love this one because, as you guys know, I'm a big horror fan, and it just has that right balance of horror and Christmas, and it's just a cool idea of what would happen if you took this horror world and mixed it with the Christmas world. You know, as Jack, he wants to become Santa Claus, and how do the people in the Christmas world react to that? And also, on a side note, make sure you check out The Nightmare Before Lateralis. Tool, my favorite band, has an album called Lateralis, which is a masterpiece. Well, just recently I discovered this concept called The Nightmare Before Lateralis. If you link up the album Lateralis with Nightmare Before Christmas at a certain point, they blend very well, and it's just a really cool way to watch the movie. Okay, number 9, I'm gonna say Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This is a Christmas classic. I grew up watching this every year with my family, and this is just the perfect Christmas movie to just get you in the mood. I always like to watch this one early in December, and it just really puts you in that holiday spirit. And everybody loves Burl Ives when he's singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. There's just no better version. Number 8, Elf. Hi, I'm Buddy. What's your favorite color? You know, over the past 10 years, they've come out with so many Christmas movies, and the market just gets saturated with them, and most of them really aren't that good. But Elf is one of those that really just kind of stuck out. And I found myself watching it every year. It's just got that right mix of a holiday spirit, and it's also really funny. It's hilarious. And I think that's the big problem with a lot of these newer movies. They might be funny, but they don't have that warm, gooey center that you need for Christmas, you know, that really make you appreciate things like family and togetherness. Number 7, The Grinch. This is a tough one for me because I really do like the Jim Carrey version of The Grinch, but the cartoon is just timeless. And it's another one that I watch every year, but I also watch the Jim Carrey version every year. And it's interesting because when the Jim Carrey version first came out, I didn't like it that much, but for some reason I just keep gravitating towards it every year. And I think Jim Carrey has some really cool moments in this movie. It came with the packages of boxes of bags. And this time, I'll keep it off. So many great lines. Okay, number 6 is Home Alone. Home Alone is such an obvious choice. Everybody loves this movie. It catapulted Macaulay Culkin's career, and it's just such a perfectly done movie. It's so funny too, especially the spider scene. Everybody loves that scene. And just a quick little behind the scenes nugget. I read that the actor, when they put that spider on him, he said, "I will only do this scene once," because he was deathly afraid of spiders. And so that reaction is a real reaction. There is no acting whatsoever. He was deathly afraid of that spider. Number 5 is another great one that I watch every year, Christmas Vacation. Who doesn't love Christmas Vacation? It's got so many funny moments in it, and you just really can relate to Clark Griswold and how he is just having such a rough holiday season. He's wanting the big bonus and he doesn't get it. And he's got his cousin Eddie visiting and just ruining his Christmas. But yet the movie just has so many moments in it that are just so endearing, and it just really puts you in that holiday spirit. Number 4 is A Christmas Story. I just recently did a review of Black Christmas, which was one of Bob Clark's first movies. And then a decade later, he made A Christmas Story, which is a completely different Christmas movie, but it is one of those that just constantly gets played every single year on, I believe it's TNT. But it's interesting to note that when this movie first came out, it was a bomb. It wasn't a big hit at all. And then it just started catching on and it became a word of mouth hit. When you strip away everything, if you just get right down to the movie, it is really a great movie, not just a great Christmas movie. Every kid can relate to wanting to get that one present. And it's usually like 1 or 2 times in his childhood. Scott Farkas, he had yellow eyes, yellow eyes. Number 3, I had to throw a classic in there, and what better than It's a Wonderful Life? It's a Wonderful Life is just so great. Jimmy Stewart, his acting in that movie is just impeccable. It's such a heartwarming story because here's a character, and this movie is basically a portrayal of how bad his life is. And the movie really is just so depressing all the way to the very end. And the end of this movie is so heartwarming. And I watch It's a Wonderful Life every year. I love it. Number 2, this might surprise you guys. Polar Express. Polar Express just has so many moments in it that are just so heartwarming to me. And I swear, every time I watch it, it's hard for me to get through it without tearing up. And it's about believing in something. And the kid in this movie, he believes in Santa, but he is at that stage in his life where he is starting to doubt. And that whole concept plays so well in this movie. And here we are, guys, my number 1. This might shock some of you guys, but it is freaking Die Hard. That's right, I freaking love Die Hard. And it has quickly become one of my favorite Christmas movies. And people joke about it all the time, but to me it really is a Christmas movie because the whole thing is set during Christmas and it's just so freaking badass. It's one of the most action-packed movies of all time. It's the greatest action movie of all time, really. But it just happens to be set on Christmas. And it really does have kind of that holiday spirit throughout, especially at the end of the movie. And to me, that classifies it as a Christmas movie. So anyway, guys, that is my top 10 Christmas movies. I really enjoyed sharing these with you guys. And go down in the comments, let me know what's your top 10 or top 5 Christmas movies of all time. Originally, I actually tried to make this a top 5, but there were so many great Christmas movies that I love that I had to make it a top 10. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and Drumdum out.